Hello everybody, welcome back to the vlog. It's been a while since I picked up the camera, but I thought today would be no better day because we are going camping. We're going to Macgregor Point Provincial Park, my brothers and I, for a siblings trip, and then I think a couple of our friends are going to join us tomorrow. And then in the back is all of our crazy amount of stuff. I will keep you guys posted as we go along. I'm sure it's going to be a fun weekend. Labor Day long weekend, and it's basically the end of summer, so we thought we'd do something. And it's a little bit chillier now, but I think it will still be an awesome time. So we will see you in the next clip. So that's how full the car is. On one side is all of Rocky's stuff. You wanna go? And then on this side is all of our bedding. Even on the floor we have stuff. We have stuff in the trunk. We have literally stuff everywhere. We have 2 bikes over there. So I will show you guys how it all looks. This is an example of DJ's car and how packed it is. There's everything from coolers, hammock, pies, camping, gazebo, tent, table, and then keep in mind we have 2 cars that are packed like this. That's Johan's car. The inside has all the bedding, 1 spot saved for Rocky. Another look at the car and how full it is. It's crazy how much stuff we bring. Okay, good morning. So we are officially at the campsite. Woke up after sleeping and I actually slept pretty good. And now I'm just sitting on the hammock. My brothers are using the comfort station, which is like the washroom. I'm with Rocky and I'm going to give you guys a tour of what our spot looks like. Honestly, I forgot how nice camping is. The weather is really nice too because it's not like so hot. I'm obviously wearing a sweater and stuff, but I'm pretty impressed. And considering I have not done anything, my sis pimple, I look fantastic. Here we are, campsite tour during the day. I forgot how nice this camera is, truly. Okay, we should blur that out. But here are our 2 cars parked on site. One came with the site. And then we have this thing, which is kind of like a gazebo. It's really tall. I'd say it just kind of protects the food and stuff like that. Let me try to open it for you guys. So this is kind of a table that we brought from home, and it has like all of our cooking supplies. You can't really keep the cooked product or any other food outside because it's a bear park. Pretty spacious inside, and if it did rain, as it is calling to rain tomorrow, we would go and stay under there. This picnic table came on site and we just moved it around. We actually have our friends coming today, so we're gonna probably play Tetris around this area. And then over here is our hammock. Brought it from home because you can just bring it, why not? And then that's just some wood we got, extra cardboard from the tent. And then this is where we have our barbecue and stuff like that. This is our tent. It's massive. You just bought it. We also bought bikes, but this is the tent. Huge. My shoes for hiking. Give you a preview from the outside. It's really, really big. You can fit 10 people, and I thought it was exaggerating. This is the tent. So you can sit mad people. It's really high. It's like a domey ceiling. Honestly, a really nice spot. Can't complain. And like all of our stuff sits on the side, so it's nice. It's not bad. We have a no shoe policy in here, and that's basically that. And then here we have like a leash, which I should really just put Rocky on, and he can go around for a reasonable distance without causing some trouble. And then that's basically it. I'm gonna see what the comfort station looks like, so I'll bring you guys to that when I get ready for the day. But for now, I'm going to sit here and live my best life. Okay, we're going to the washroom now to change, see how it goes. Right, so for the first day we are making breakfast, and today we're going to be making my classic breakfast burritos. It's really not that hard to do while you're camping. I know people like to do simpler things, but honestly I'm pretty picky and we like to eat really good. So that's why we're making breakfast burritos camping. So we're gonna start off like we normally do by making our chorizo really golden in color Want to get it nice and crispy without burning it. And we're just basically cooking that in a cast iron skillet with a little bit of butter. Next up, you're going to see that we have a bunch of vegetables that we cut up. So there's some mushrooms, there's some orange peppers, there's green chilies, there's onions, I believe. And again, you just want to mix this really well until everything is nice and translucent in color. And then all we're going to do is basically just mix it all up with the eggs, and that will make our seasoning time. We've started with black pepper. Fiji's adding salt, garlic powder. That's it. So as you can see, we just added all of our spices, and all we're going to do is again continue to mix. We're almost there. You can see that the color is starting to change on the mushrooms especially, and the peppers are becoming translucent. And we're just adding a little bit more butter because we're about to add the eggs, and we want to make sure that none of this is going to stick to the cast iron skillet, especially the eggs. It's not hard to cook with this, especially over a fire. It's just hard to keep the temperature the same all around. That's why the cast iron skillet helps a lot when you're trying to do something like this. Doesn't that look so pretty? And then this is what the chorizo looks like. I don't know if you guys can tell. And we're going to build it. I'll show you in a second. The time that we've all been waiting for. This little egg porn. Not really, because it's scrambled eggs and it's not as satisfying, but it's still cool. You can see that it quickly is cooking. So this is like quick. As soon as it's done, we're going to take it off and put it into a tray. I know there's a lot of use of disposable trays and paper and plastic cups, but the thing is with camping, like you have to take all your stuff with you. And we haven't been camping in a couple years, so we forgot about doing a lot of things. One of the things is you can bring like this big jug that you use just for washing dishes. And then you have to go to a specific place on the site to be able to get rid of everything. So you can see eggs are getting good. I don't think we seasoned again at this point, or maybe I just didn't film it. But wow, I'm getting hungry all over again. So these are the different parts. So you have the chorizo, you have the mix, and what we're going to basically do is just build your own taco, depending on what you like. So I have some tortillas there that we basically cooked on the cast iron skillet while everything else was happening. And while you're trying to keep it warm, just add aluminum foil around it. And I started off with cheese at the bottom of my tortilla, and then I added some of the mixture, and lastly I added chorizo and a little bit of salsa. Honestly, this is a really good meal, and it's so easy to do at home. I would say the hardest part is just cutting all the things that you need and getting out all the ingredients. But damn, son, does that not look bomb.com? I think it does. I think it looks delicious, and I can go eat one right now. Thank you. Okay, so this is what we had for dinner last night. Kalbi, basically Korean short ribs. So damn good. Like, you see these crispiness? That's like my favorite type of beef. So we were supposed to have it for dinner yesterday. We did, and these are just leftovers. If you know me, you know that I don't like beef as much anymore, but honestly, this was so good, and it's probably because there's so much marinade and sweet stuff on it that it doesn't even taste like beef anymore. But man, the caramelization, like I mentioned earlier, is so delicious. It is a very expensive cut of meat, but honestly, it's a really nice summer treat. I think at one point this summer we were having it like almost every weekend because it was just so delicious. Wow, bomb.com. Okay, sorry if I'm making you hungry. It's around about 8 o'clock, 7:30, and we are building a fire for tonight. Bilal was kind enough to bring so much wood, and we have kindle wood in the green bag over there. We also have fire starter, but VJ challenged me last night to build it without kindle wood, or sorry, not kindle wood, without a fire starter, and I did. So, VJ, I can do things you can do too. But yeah, it's kind of cool to see it, and we have so much wood, so it can burn for like so long. After all the shit that VJ talked, look how beautiful my fire looks. Thank you very much. I am awesome. I don't know why I've been talking so quietly on these voice notes, but I swear I'm not even capable of talking this quiet in real life. However, this is the grilled Greek chicken, and basically it's the same recipe that I always use that you guys have seen in meal prep videos before. The only difference is because we were cooking it on the grill, we were able to add smoking pellets into the grill, and it basically made it really smoky. I'd almost say like borderline too smoky. So now what I'm basically doing is just building. I'm just showing everyone there how to do it. Basically my preference, and this was an example for Johan to eat later. So I'm starting off with tzatziki at the bottom. and it will spread very well because of the fact that the naan bread or tortilla, whatever you want to call it, is really hot. And I'm basically just saying to try to build it on the most vertical part of it. So, you know, use the length so that you can make it better, I guess. Next up, I'm adding pickles, and then you're going to see me kind of make it like a sandwich with like stuff in the middle, stuff in the top, etc. So you get like a piece of something with every single bite, because I don't think you're going to be able to wrap it properly. Added some feta cheese, some lettuce, some tomato. And then you're going to see me you're going to see VJ try to close it. And what we're doing is, just to make it easy, we're just wrapping it in aluminum foil so everyone can eat it like kind of like how you would eat Osmo shawarma, but with aluminum foil. That's me just displaying it. Sitting on a roof with music pumping and some Canadian flags. Oh shit. It's a work truck, so it makes that noise.
Brace yourself. Hold here.
Okay. That's our washroom.
Straight. All the way to the end.
So after our little adventure to the beach, we basically decided to head back a little early because it was really cloudy near the end. And we had a late lunch of some tandoori chicken that was brought by our friends. And then what we're basically doing is we're also starting to prep for dinner. So you'll see here that we're basically making a soup on the campfire. And VJ literally brought a whole chicken. He cut it up into pieces, and then he's just getting it nice and brown in color before he adds all of our vegetables. We just cut a bunch of vegetables. So I have potatoes at the bottom here, a couple different peppers, some onions, tomatoes, more peppers, green chili peppers. And then over here we have an onion featured by Heineken. So that's what we have so far. I was on cutting duty today, and I'm basically just finishing up the last thing for the soup, and that way we could just add it all in like a dump and go kind of thing. I was just really satisfied with how I was cutting this, and it just looked so cool. It sounded cooler, but it was because it was on 4x, and I would never actually be able to cut an onion this fast without breaking my finger or bleeding to death. But pretty interesting, pretty boring. Do you guys like this kind of stuff? Like, do you like voiceovers? That's Bilal saying what up to the camera. What up, Bilal? Last day, and we're making basically chicken dinner, chicken soup, and then Wasal is making like leftover marinated meats, and then we're gonna have it with some tandoori, and I will show you what it looks like. I know no one cooks like this when they're camping, but we are bougie, right, VJ?
I don't know.
Do you think we're bougie or picky? And this is what the chicken looked like on the grill. Really good job of cooking it. This is VJ soup. He killed it. He literally just added water to make it stock with a bouillon cube. And then now we just really let it sit for like, what, how long, VJ?
2 hours.
Okay, so these are some of the naans that we have left over. Just gonna put them on the grill and then cut them into quarters so you can eat it with the pitas. That was one of the last meals that we had because our friends were leaving, and the next morning we were just doing a big clean. What we're going to do is we're gonna have some of the chicken that Wasal made. So it's naan, tzatziki sauce, and chicken. But before that, we're going to have a shot of some whiskey. Okay, so cheers. Wow, that's really good. The chicken has a hint of lemon. The naan I kind of overcooked by accident, so it has like a charcoal taste to it. And then obviously alcohol makes everything taste better, so that's where we're at. And then I'm gonna have some Coronas. I'm gonna munch on that until the chicken soup is ready, which is gonna be a couple hours, and then we have to make sure we have to do the arrow s'mores kit. Just like that, camping trip is complete. Packing was so hard. It's, you know, Monday blues. Luckily it's a long weekend, but we cleared up the whole area, took everything down, finishing packing up the cars, and we're out of here. It's crazy because we're literally seeing these leaves change color for fall. It's really pretty. Reminds me to do more hikes now that it's fall time. That's it. Goodbye.